I was fired for negativity after questioning my boss's qualifications. Read out her Stanford MBA never existed Marn, and the company had been paying her $280,000 a year based on a $42 diploma frame and muffle. We're letting you go, Megan, said Victoria, leaning back in her ergonomic chair that probably cost more than my monthly rent. Your constant questioning of my strategies is creating a negative environment. We need team players, not critics. I sat across from her stunned. After 3 years of 60-hour weeks, saving her marketing agency from one disaster after another, I was being fired for negativity pern corporate. Speak for not blindly following her increasingly bizarre business decisions. Victoria had swooped into our mid-size agency 2 years ago, flaunting her Stanford MBA and extensive Silicon Valley experience to convince the board she could triple our revenue. The founder, now semi-retired, had been impressed enough to hand her the reins and a $280,000 salary that made everyone's eyes water. What followed was 24 months of chaos. Victoria implemented revolutionary strategies that alienated long-term clients. She spent $400,000 on a rebrand nobody asked for. When our biggest client threatened to leave after Victoria insulted their CEO at a dinner, she called his product line embarrassingly outdated. I spent 3 weeks repairing the relationship. Each time I presented data showing her decisions were hurting us, Victoria would tap her Stanford diploma hanging prominently behind her desk and remind me where she'd learned business strategy as security escorted me out that Friday. Something clicked. Victoria never referenced specific professors' courses or classmates from Stanford. Her Silicon Valley experience was always described in vague terms, and despite her supposed finance expertise, she once asked me what amortization meant when she thought no one was listening. That weekend, instead of updating my resume, I called my friend who actually graduated from Stanford Business School. After describing Victoria, he confirmed no one by her name or description had graduated during the year she claimed. Monday morning, I emailed Stanford's registrar office posing as an employer verifying her credentials. By Wednesday, I had my answer. Victoria had never been enrolled at Stanford, not for an MBA, not for any program. I created a burner email account and sent the evidence to our board of directors along with documentation of the $1.8 million in losses her decisions had caused over 2 years. I included disparates of her LinkedIn profile where she claimed the fake credentials and the verification from Stanford confirming she never attended. The response was faster than I expected. Thursday morning, my phone exploded with texts from former colleagues. Victoria had been escorted out by the same security team that had walked me out the previous week. Her office door was locked and IT was already scrubbing her access. By afternoon, I received a call from the founder himself. "We owe you an apology," he said, his voice heavy with embarrassment. "Victoria's entire resume was fabricated. The board would like to discuss your return with a significant promotion and compensation adjustment." When I walked back into the office the following Monday, Victoria's Stanford MBA diploma was still hanging on the wall of what was now my office. I took it down and examined it closely. I turned a $42 frame from my holding a beautifully designed but completely fraudulent document. The company paid a forensic accountant to trace Victoria's spending beyond her inflated salary. She had diverted nearly $200,000 to a marketing consultant that turned out to be her boyfriend's failing startup. I kept the fake diploma as a reminder. Impressive credentials don't make someone competent, and sometimes the negative voice in the room is the only one telling the truth. If you want to hear what happened when Victoria tried to sue the company for wrongful termination, like and share for part 2.